Hey everyone, my author presentation is on Maurice Sendak. This is me. My name's Makayla and I'm in his children's literature class, and that's a picture of me. My author is Maurice Sendak. He was born on June 10th, 1928, and died on May 8th, 2012. He was born in Brooklyn, New York. His family is originally from Poland, like his mother and father. They migrated here after World War One, and most of his family were still over there. So even though he's got strong roots overseas, he's still from the U.S. Here's his family. Like I was saying, that's his mother, and there's not a lot of pictures. This picture was very hard to find. I had to do some digging, but that's his mother, and the baby is him, and that's his older brother and his older sister. He was born to Jewish Polish parents named Philip Sendak and Sadie Schindler. And as you know, Schindler, like Schindler's List, the movie, that's like typical Polish name. So he had two siblings, an older brother and an older sister. He described his childhood as a terrible situation due to losing a lot of his extended family in the Holocaust. Like I said, they moved over here after World War One, but most of his strong roots were still in Poland. So he lost a lot of extended family, like his aunts, his uncles, his grandparents. All of them were still over there. So that's that's a lot to deal with at a very young age. Schooling, Maurice did not have much formal training in writing in the arts. He went to Lafayette High School, and he attended the Art Students League of New York. So the picture of the right, that's what that school is, the art school. Fun fact, Maurice Sendak decided to become an illustrator after watching Walt Disney's film Fantasia when he was 12. So this picture, even though it's been redone, so most of us think of it as the newer version of Fantasia. This is the advertisement for this little clip art at the left is the advertisement for the 1940s Fantasia. So that's pretty cool. Now we're into the literature that he made. This is what he's most famous for. He's most famous for Where the Wild Things Are, and it won a Caldecott Medal. He did not only write this, he illustrated it too. So he wrote this in 1963 and has been transposed since then into different media, including movie, and you've probably seen the updated book version. It doesn't look as old. I know in elementary school, that's the one I read. This book's about a young boy named Max who's acting up at his house, so his mother sends him to bed with no supper. His bedroom magically changes into a jungle, and he arrives at an island where he meets wild things. He gets lonely and decides to come home, and there he has supper waiting for him. So most of the time when you see this, another fun fact. Maurice based the wild things, like all the people that you see in this, as the monsters. He actually, which is kind of crazy, he based it off of his family members that were back home in Poland. So that's a little crazy. I don't know if you'd think it was good or bad, whatever, but that's a cool fact. Most people have heard of this, watched the movie, it's very popular. This is called Alligators Around an Alphabet, and he wrote this and illustrated it. And it was written in 1962, and it's a fun story that can be used to learn the alphabet with a fun story and great pictures. So basically, kindergarten, this is a great book to be able to use. It's real fun, real witty. I personally love this book. This next one is Chicken Soup with Rice, and when I was in my field experience, I was in first grade. I was in a first grade class, and I had never even saw this book, and the teacher has a huge version of this book out, and she calls the students around the rug, and she has the split book, and she gets to choose. The kids get to choose what voice they read it in. So whatever month, every single day, they choose the day I was there, they read February in a baby voice. So it gets kids reading. It's pretty fun, and the teacher that I was with, she used it awesome. So this cannot only be used just to read, like for enjoyment. It can also be used and put into your classroom. Chicken Soup with Rice is an educational book that was published in 1962. This book and clever illustrations go through all of the months of the year with a dish for each month. So this was very cool. Like I said, we were in February, so we read the February version. So I really, really loved that teacher, and I loved how she used this book. His awards, obviously, he's very smart. He won 3 Caldecott medals, and one of them was for Where the Wild Things Are. He's got a Boston Globe Horn Award, an Indies Choice Book Award, a National Book Award, and a Beehive Book Award. This is just an overview. I love him. I think he's awesome. I've thought he was awesome ever since I was a kid. He was an American author and illustrator who defied the challenges that life threw his way. Basically, he had a horrible childhood, but he used that. And, some people see Where the Wild Things Are. Some people take and use that and think that there's a much deeper meaning. And I think it's kind of philosophical that you could interpret that through your life. So I think, like, him having his background, he didn't use a little pity party. He used this to fuel his success. So I think that even if he didn't write and illustrate Where the Wild Things Are, I think we would still know him. He's awesome. But basically, he used his childhood for his advantage, for his success. So I appreciate you listening to me ramble on. I love this author. So, thank you.